Hello, friends, Roxanne, happy people. How's everyone doing today? Happy January 2nd. How's everybody doing? Is everybody relaxed about this new year? Is everybody excited about this new year? I am, kind of. Got a lot going on, but we're doing the best we can. I actually want to change my room around again. I know I'm never happy. Have you ever been that way? Especially as a woman, it's like nothing. There's always an easier way. There's always a better way to move things around, to make more room, to make better sense, to... You're just that kind of woman that you got. My grandma was. It's like my mom would go out and get drunk and come home, and the house would be all kinds of different. And this was every other day. You could hear my mom stumbling. My grandma's house was always spotless, so it wasn't messed up or anything like that. My mom would have to being drunk, being inebriated, and walking into a house not knowing where all the furniture was. It was just a funny thing to witness, because I would always kind of wait up for her. It's kind of a funny thing, but it's like some women just do not like the way things are, even though it was their idea to begin with. I'm just not happy with this room. I'm just not happy with it. So I'm going to try to turn around and make it where I don't have to use this, even though it's pretty. It's absolutely beautiful, but there's no reason for this. It's kind of in the way. Anyway, I'm that kind of woman. I've got to change things. There's a better way. There's a better way. There's always a better way. How's everyone doing? What did anybody think about yesterday's message that we can, what we think, we control what we think. We have to worry about what we can control, and not other people, not other external, Epictetus said yesterday, we can't control other people's thoughts. We can't control the airline. We can't control the storms. We only can control how we deal with it and what we think is best. The less stress that we put on ourselves or anybody else for that matter, it makes it easier to deal with. So instead of blaming the airline about a storm, I only just go back, sit down. Okay, I realize my flight is delayed due to weather. I can't help the weather. I'm going to get there when I get there, and there's no need to rush. So after today,
It's 3:00.
It's 3:00, people. Sorry about that. She announces that. I probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah, she announces it for me, so I know. Oh, I've been sitting here for an hour. Yikes. You kind of have to make your time aware of your time too, because that can put a lot of stress on you. Like when you're on the computer a little bit too long, you kind of have to say, okay, I'm only going to be on here for 30 minutes. I'm only going to be here on this, and things take time. I mean, it's just washing dishes takes time. Recording a podcast, changing your room around. I have no idea how much this will take, how much time, but it is a goal of mine to change this room around. So there's that. But after I do this today, I may have to do 2 episodes later in the week. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know. Okay. Education is freedom. We're still on clarity. We're going to clear up our minds a little bit. We're going to clear things up, make things clear in the way that we see them. And this one says, what is the fruit of these teachings? Only the most beautiful and proper harvest of the truly educated, tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom. We should not trust the masses. That's a clue. That's the key word right there. We should not trust the masses who say only the free can be educated, but rather the lovers of wisdom who say that only the educated are free. Wow. Okay. And that was Epictetus. I keep saying his wrong name. I want to say Epictetus, but it's Epictetus. Okay, why did you pick up this book? And this is the explanation. Why did you pick up any book? Not to seem smarter, not to pass time on the plane, and not to hear what you want to hear. There are plenty of easier choices than reading. No, you picked up this book because you are learning how to live. Yes, I am. Because I want to be happier. I want to be freer. I want to be free from negativity. I want to be free from my own mind. Okay. Because you want to be freer, fearless, and achieve a state of peace. Education, reading and meditating on the wisdom of great minds is not to be done for its own sake. It has a purpose. Remember that imperative on the days you start to feel distracted when watching television or having snacks seems like a better use of your time than reading or studying philosophy. Knowledge, self-knowledge, in particular, is freedom. And I think that's true. Considering that I was in a state of mind where everything was negative, it was probably best to find out why I was so negative, instead of sitting there, laying in bed and dwelling about being sad. I had to dive deeper. Okay, I'm sad. So why am I sad? Where is this negativity coming from? And I knew that I was a smart enough adult that I could not blame. I mean, by the time I had hit the depression, I was in my 30s. I was probably in my lower 30s, like 31, 32. And I knew that I was too old to blame my childhood for any of my depression. I couldn't do that. And I wasn't going to do that. Even though those thoughts kept repeating in my head, I really could not sit there and say I'd been through this and I'd been through that and this is causing me to be sad. I was causing me to be sad. I was letting it replay and I was letting those negative things live in my head. And I had to educate myself. And I was freer from doing so. So whatever you're letting live in your head, decide not to let it live in your head anymore. Because you can only let so much live up there without it exploding, without it taking up too much room, without it wanting to break free. And once it breaks free, it's not always going to be a good thing. If there's too much in your head, what are you going to do? You're going to stress, you're going to blow up. And everybody, especially if you're a depressed person, especially if you're a stressful person, an anxious person, you hold on to things until it all gets up there. And then you're like, I don't want it up here anymore, so let me let it out. You bottle it up. And then you explode. That is not good. That cannot be a good thing. And I did that so many times. I did. I unleashed my anger on other people, other innocent people. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. And they didn't know what was going on with me. They had no idea. And I wasn't going to talk about it because I had to think about it. So I'm sitting there thinking about it. You should know what's wrong with me. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I lashed out at my children. I lashed out at my husband. I lashed out at everything. I lashed out at inanimate objects. My printer wasn't working one day and I threw it out the door. It's not a printer. It's an inanimate object. What's wrong with the printer? Cassie, calm down and find out. No, that wasn't good enough. I couldn't deal with that. I had to get mad and throw the thing out the window, out the door. I've thrown a Christmas tree out the door. I just got angry one day and I just picked up a whole tree, lights and all, and just threw it out the door. I've broken down doors. I haven't put holes through walls. I will say that. But I didn't think. I didn't educate myself. I didn't educate anybody around me. I didn't free myself from my thoughts. I was letting too much consume me. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing. I was letting too much live up there. And I promise you, I consider myself a very smart person, a very wise person. However, there's only so much a person can take. There's only so much mess that can go on up there. There's only so much, and just metaphorically, there's only so many dust bunnies that can live up there without causing stress or taking up too much room. Am I making sense? I hope so. So, we have to educate ourselves to be free. The free are not the only ones that can have an education. They're not the only ones that can make themselves aware. We all have to be aware. We all have to we all deserve a free brain to focus on the things that matter. Is how I'm taking this, and I'm hoping I'm making sense. I really am. I don't feel like I am, but that is for today, January 2nd, the Daily Stoic. Again, I'll show you the book. I love this book. I absolutely love this book. I read. You can see I've got some marks, some things marked in here. I've already read through the book a couple of times. But it is one of the things that did help me come out of a bad way. I was in a horrible way. So much so that I woke up angry all the time. I woke up mad. Every day was a battle. And it shouldn't be like that. It really should not. Every day should not be a battle. Every day does not deserve a bad day. There are bad things going to happen every day. There are not even bad things, just frustrating things. Not everything is going to go your way all the time. There's going to be a lot of times that you're going to have to just adjust, to adapt. To your plans are not always going to go your way. Just everything is just not going to go your way, and you can't take that as a bad life. You can't take that as oh, I'm a horrible person. I did that a lot. I can't do anything. I'm such a horrible, and I still do it sometimes. I still think that way sometimes. Such a horrible person. Nothing ever goes my way. Such a blubber, and just get on with life. Just live. Just take it one thing at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. Breathe. Everything's not be all end all. And we really, again, educate yourself. Find out what you really want. Find out, I want to live peacefully. I just want to live with nobody arguing. I don't want to live tensed up and ready to fight at any given moment. I just don't. It's not. I want to wake up and appreciate the things I have and not worry about. It's easier said than done. It really is. Not worry about. I can't say paying the bills. I know a lot of people work and they have to pay the bills and they have to figure out where the money's coming from. Not everybody is. I'd like to wake up and the things that I have to worry about or the things that I have to do are on my mind and not everything else. Not all the static that I'm carrying with me. I'll have to think about that later. I have to put that off to the side and not let that control my day. I hope this makes sense. I really do, and I hope I'm helping you. Again, it is imperative. It is so imperative that we all live in peace with ourselves. And like I said, it's easier said than done. Am I at peace with myself? Sometimes. Am I the most peaceful person? No. I'm still always. It's like being an alcoholic. Depression is a work in progress. You're not always going to be perfect. There are going to be days where you're too tied up in your own thoughts that you forget that somebody else has a thought. That's not the way it be. It is not. So I'm hoping I'm helping. Please let me know. Leave me a comment. Again, I'm Cassie. I didn't say that at the beginning, I don't think. If you're new here, please like, subscribe. Leave me a comment if you like my content. I hope that I hope your self-awareness can bring you peace and not more drama. Of course, I always say it'll always get worse before it gets better. Always. Always. I don't know why I've said that since I was a young kid. It's always going to get worse before it gets better. And there are some things in your brain that you're like, you don't remember that are there. And you'll sit there and it'll dwell on you, and it's going to make things worse for a minute. But don't give up. Do not reflect. Do not retract and go back to what you were doing before, because you weren't getting anywhere before then. So you might as well just think it through, find a solution, find a way to get it out of your head. Keep going, because it's painful. It's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. But keep going. Keep going. You can do this. If I can do it, anybody can. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not. I am just a common person. And again, other than medicine that I still take every day, that I still have to rely on every day, which I do not like. Other than the medicine, I had to work on my brain. I had to work on my thoughts. It's not easy. I was dark. I don't know how anybody dealt with me, especially at my worst time. I was dark. I was really, really not good. Breathe. Practice your breathing. Practice thinking positive. Especially when you think one bad thing, think two positives. Make sure that you make that a habit, because if you don't, this is just not. It's not going to work. You're not going to come out of it as good as you will revert quickly if you cannot think two positive things against one negative thing. And I realize that you're going to have a million negative things in your head. Yeah, I know you do. I've been there. But I had a 1,100,000 more positive thoughts. I had to be that way. I had to think it one at a time, even if I have to write it down on paper. I can't pay my bills. I am alive. I am breathing. I have children. I have positive. Pray about it if you believe in that kind of thing. Praying helped me a lot to overcome such a difficult time. It really did. Knowing that I had a creator that loved me and that would be there for me, it was a very humbling experience to know that his own son went through more persecution than my brain would allow me to go through. Just to have me alive, just to have me be able to have my sins forgiven. Jesus went through so much more than I could have ever gone through. And if you think about how it all happened, I mean, it was gruesome. And Jesus was an innocent man. Jesus didn't even sin that way. Jesus paid for sin that I did gruesomely. That helped a lot. That really helped a lot. I was loved so much that somebody took the pain for me. I hope that makes sense. Gosh, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna, if I can get my room straightened up. You may have to wait for tomorrow's video the next day. I don't know, because I got a lot of stuff that I want to get rid of. Okay, and I'm gonna close this out. And I'm going to hope that you can find that great big belly laugh, and that you can do your two positives against one negative. Two positives, 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Okay. Breathe. It's going to be okay. Somebody's here for you. I know what you're going through. I do. I've been there before. I know the thoughts in your head. I do. I really do. I understand completely. If you've thought them, I probably thought them at least 2 times worse. It was bad. It was so bad. Oh, you deserve to be here. You are worthy. Find that great big belly laugh. Find somebody that you appreciate. I mean, really appreciate it. Whether it be a coworker, whether it be a daughter, whether it be a son, whether it be somebody that is your strong person even if it's you think about it and you go into places and they're custodians. In an ideal world, they are at the lowest of the job totem pole. You know what I mean? They're cleaning toilets and sweeping floors and doing something that everybody looks down on, but you have to appreciate them, because without them you wouldn't have a clean place. You wouldn't have a clean, if they're doing a good job. I appreciate the job you do. I know it's not easy. It's not easy to be that nice. It's not easy to take your focus off you, but you have to. You have to find something you appreciate. That will get you through. I promise you, once you do that one positive thing and think about something you appreciate, you're gonna want to be positive again and again and again. And it's gonna become a habit for me. It really is. It really, really is. Okay. Really, I'm gonna let go of this up. I want to be that person. Don't forget, I do have an email for this channel. It is Cassies_corner@outlook.com. And that is there for you. I didn't create it just to know that I created another email. Because I can create emails all day long. I don't have any emails from you. I do not have any fans saying, hey, how do I do this? How do I think through this? I'm here. I am definitely here. I personally am here for you. I will answer each one. With that being said, I hope you have a good evening. I hope that the rest of your year is as you want it. And I really hope that you can exercise your brain as far as you can and help you get through this yourself. You deserve it. You deserve for it all. You deserve for all the happiness. You deserve it all. I promise you, you do. You are loved. You are worthy. You are strong. You can do this. I promise you, you can. I promise you. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. And we're going to talk in the next couple of days, maybe. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. Y'all have fun. Have a great time. Yay. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you tuning in to me and listening to me. Even if I'm rattling on, making no sense whatsoever. I promise. I do. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes and your subscriptions. And I really appreciate if you'd email me and tell me if something's going on that you can't get through by yourself, because I will be here for you. And that is that. Y'all have fun. Have a good night. Bye-bye.